following is a presentation of Two Sports, the leader in local sports coverage. Welcome to Lehigh Valley Sports Scene.
The Blue Mountain League Championship will go to a decisive Game 5 after the Creekers knocked off starters on Sunday. The Pigskin is flying in the Lehigh Valley, with the Mountain Hawks debuting their 2006 squad over the weekend, while over in Parkland, the Trojans prepare to enter the season as one of the favorites in the LVC. Whether it's blocking the plate, going for a spin, or hauling in the deep one, Sports Scene's got you covered. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Lehigh Valley Sports Scene. Along with Al DiCarlo, I'm Doug Heater, and we once again get into that second week of football practice for the high schools. Lehigh kicking things off, but some unfinished business once again in local baseball.
Yeah, Blue Mountain League style, and you know, 4 games not enough. They've been going for a long time, and it was nice to see Ron Punkenmiller back in the lineup as the coach for starters in their championship outing. The Blue Mountain League season began back on May 16th, and starters in Martins Creek facing off for the first time 2 days later on May 18th. Now, more than 3 months later, the two teams find themselves playing for the league championship with a decisive Game 5 set for tomorrow night. Well, let's take you out to Egypt Memorial Park for game number 4 of the Blue Mountain League Championship between Stars and Martins Creek yesterday afternoon. Things looking good for Stars pitcher Mike Deutsch as he strikes out 2 in the top half of the first inning to retire the side. Bottom half of the first, the Orioles jump out to a 1-0 lead. Eric Presby bloops one into right field. It does drop in. Emmaus grad Steve Moyer across the plate. First run of the game. To the second, more from Deutsch. He sends 3 more players packing. 5 Ks at that point. He would end up with 9 on the afternoon. To the top half of the 4th inning, Jim Happel gets a hold of Deutsch's pitch and sends it over the fence in left field. It's a 2-run shot, and Martins Creek has themselves a 2-1 lead. But Stars gets the damage done in the bottom half of the 6th. Dave Stout takes Nick Bowen's pitch deep over the fence in left center field. Also a 2-run blast, a 3-2 lead for Starters. They put themselves 3 outs away from winning the BML championship, but 3 outs, easier said than done. Top half of the 7th, player manager Eric Schmidt keeps his team alive with a solo home run. Just like that, game tied at 3. Then with the bases loaded, Steve Munshine comes into relief for Starters, but Brandon Nardella sends his second pitch to right field. The sacrifice fly scores Ryan Driscoll. Then after the ball gets loose, a second run scores. Martins Creek wins 5-3 to force Game 5 of the BML Championship tomorrow night. Game time from Pacioli Field set for 5:45 in the evening.
It was a great game. Like I've said before, I have a tremendous amount of respect for this team on the other side. So, you know, it all comes down to Game 5 like we hoped for it from the beginning. All we wanted was a chance. It's like sudden death now. 1 game, so all that's left. I think we've played, you know, close to 40 over the summer. Now it all comes down to 7 innings.
I just go 4-seam, 2-seam fastballs and a slider, and I just didn't have good command today. I was falling behind early in the count and just had to fight back through it. But, you know, I made some good pitches at certain times, and, you know, we ended up winning, so that's what counts.
Tough game. They played well. We played good. So, championship series going to go to the final. We go to Martins Creek Tuesday, and hopefully we can win. We definitely got to score more runs than they do. And we got to hit the ball. Bowen did a good job today, adjusted well, kept us in check. And they got the big hit late innings and a couple of line drives, and they did the job. So we got to come out swinging on Tuesday.
Well, meanwhile, in the Tri-County League, their best-of-5 championship series is now over. After winning Game 1, Woodlawn dropped 2 in a row to Copley before taking Game 4 and knotting the series at 2 games apiece. Angela DiCarlo has the highlights from Friday night's thrilling Game 5 from Lineport Stadium.
We take you right to the action of this amazing, decisive Game 5 of the Tri-County Championship between the Copley Reds and the Woodlawn Fleet Wings. Woodlawn jumps out in front in the top of the first. Matt Godusky singles up the middle. That scores 2 runs. Fleet Wings up 2-0. Copley gets one back in the bottom half. Brandon Leslie drops a single to left. Joe Buba will score. It's 2-1. To the 4th, J.R. Graver lines a single to left center, and we'll have a play at the plate. Jesse Borden plowing over Jeremy Arner. He's safe. We're tied at 2. but not for long. The Reds take the lead on the very next batter. It's 3-2 Copley. Now 3-3 in the 6th. Woodlawn looking to go back ahead, and they will. Matt Marks drives in Dan Hemberger. It's 4-3 Fleet Wings. But that lead doesn't last long either. In the bottom of the 6th, it's Graver coming through again. Borden scores easily. We're tied at 4. And 7 innings just not enough to determine the Tri-County champion. This one goes to extra innings. And in the bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, runner at first. Graver looking for RBI number 3. Pops it up, but no one going to make the catch. Mike Bortz, in unbelievable fashion, comes all the way around from first to score. Copley wins the Tri-County championship on a pop-up RBI single.
Oh man, I mean, you couldn't plan it any better. Extra innings. They played the hearts out over there. It was a tough game, tough series, and it was just a great way to win. I mean, you can't plan it out any better. It was awesome.
Talk about that final play.
Oh, Coach Preach is running hard, running everything out, because you never know what can happen. So I mean, it was just an amazing play. Just didn't fall down for them, and we won it like that.
I believe I was running right behind him. If you watch the instant replay, I had to get a first eye look. I mean, I seen him bobble it. I seen him pick it up slow. Bortzy's one of the fastest guys in the team. It was just a matter of can he get around the catcher. And I'll tell you what, it was in slow motion, but yet it's so fast, hard to explain, just being right there to watch it. It was incredible. I mean, like I said, to see him running from first base the way he did and not stop, I thought, I'm not going to let this opportunity pass. I don't want to go another inning with these guys.
With a wrap on the amazing Tri-County Championship, Angel DiCarlo, 2 Sports.
So a tremendous finish. A tough way for Fleetwood or the Fleet Wings to lose that game, but a great way to finish for Copley, no doubt about it.
Mike Bortz getting sprayed. I don't know if Angel did that to him or not.
I don't know if he did. No, I don't think.
Mike Bortz, of course, a Penn Ardell grad. Coming up, more football previews from Northwestern, Parkland, also Lehigh Media Day.
Pumpkin, what are you doing up there?
By the new ABE Car Care Center got a new truck lift, and I just had to try it out.
You know what? As a car care customer, you are special because they take the time to talk to their customers about their vehicles.
Yeah, they're the best.
Pumpkin, come down from there.
No, I'm having fun. This is nice.
Pumpkin, come down from there. I have a donut for you.
That's all right. I brought my own donut.
ABE Car Care Centers.
The unexpected has happened. You've been injured at work. Your company says they'll be there for you, but your bills continue to grow with each day. Your fate will be in the hands of strangers. Will you be prepared for them? They're prepared for you. Turn to the law firm of Michael J. O'Connor and Associates, your workers' compensation and personal injury lawyers. Michael J. O'Connor and Associates. Let us fight for your rights.
She a little bit funky now. He a little bit mean. Back down a little bit dirty. He a little bit mean. Yeah. See good.
Meet the girls of summer, the Philadelphia Force.
Girl is bad.
Tuesday is Mardi Gras night. The first 400 fans will receive Mardi Gras beads.
You're watching national award-winning local programming from Service Electric Cable TV 2, serving northeastern Pennsylvania and northwestern New Jersey from Allentown.
Service Electric Cable TV.
In 1948, by running a simple TV cable, Service Electric launched an entire industry. In the 58 years since, we've reached many milestones, like giving your life clarity and definition, connecting you to the world faster, and letting your voice be heard, while never forgetting what got us here. And now, 3 generations strong, John Wasson Jr. and John Wasson III continue the Service Electric tradition of cable TV and communications excellence. And we're proud of John Wasson Sr.'s recent induction into the National Cable Television Hall of Fame. Service Electric Cable TV and Communications, a clear vision for the future.
The transition at Lehigh University into first-year head coach Andy Cohen's program seems to have gone almost flawless. While the Philadelphia Eagles are gone from Bethlehem, the Mountain Hawks are still hard at work preparing for the 2006 season as they are gelling together just like the new coaching staff and players have expected, allowing their quest for a Patriot League championship to begin. Regina Potocny has an update from Lehigh University's Media Day, which was held Saturday morning.
The 2006 Lehigh University football team has entered their third week of preseason camp, and things are looking positive. With strong leadership on both sides of the ball, the Mountain Hawks have not skipped a beat as everything is progressing according to plan.
I think it's been a good camp. The kids have been working tremendously hard, great attitude, very intense practices every day, so we're going in the right direction.
We've had a great 2 weeks so far. You know, a lot of guys have really been, showing up ready to play every practice, doing a lot of flying around, a lot of banging around, and freshmen have really been stepping up, really proving it to the rest of the team what they have. And right now, it's looking good.
Preseason's tough, but coaches are working us hard. We're all getting out there, coming together as a team.
Things are coming together pretty much. We just working hard right now, trying to offense. We just gotta keep making plays and execute, and we'll be fine.
We're getting adjusted to the coaches, coming off a solid spring. We really want to avenge the past 3 years. We haven't made the playoffs and haven't won the league championship or shared it. And of course, we've lost to Lafayette 3 of the past 4 years. So really, we're just trying to get back to basics, fundamentals, get mentally tough as well as physically tough.
Lehigh opens their 2006 season against Albany at home on September 2nd, but goals are set high, and this year's Mountain Hawks want nothing more than the strong Lehigh tradition to be present September through December.
Our number one goal is to win the league, of course. We failed to do that last year, so that's especially a big goal for us this year, and from there we want to go on and win a national championship.
Tradition is at Lehigh. When I came in, guys before me, Paul Fabre, those guys told me, they said, hey, the Patriot League title belongs in Bethlehem, and that's why I plan on keeping the tradition.
I know there's a tremendous commitment to the football program here. Not that I ever doubted it, but just seeing how kids came back in shape and how hard they've been working now, I know, these kids really have their heart and soul into it, and that's the way you need to play the game.
The players are excited to not only get things underway, but to get better every time they step on the field. They seem to all like Coach Cohen and have faith in his system.
The greatest thing is just work ethic. He's always pushing us to do more, work a little bit harder. So that's the biggest thing, just working harder.
He's a great teacher and a great motivator. Every day he gets the team up to practice. Everybody practices hard, and just gets us ready to go.
So be ready, LU fans, because the Mountain Hawks expect some great things to come out of this year.
The bar's always high, when you're in the Lehigh uniform. Coach came in first day and he already set the bar, as high as possible. He said, we're here to win championships and not just Patriot League championships. He's talking about national titles. And so I think with the bar already set at that high, I believe that, hey, we're just going to keep on going up.
There's great motivation to do that. There's great motivation to get to the playoffs, to beat Lafayette, to just perform to what we feel we're capable of.
Our expectations, are certainly very high. That's what it is to be part of Lehigh football.
Regina Potocny reporting for 2 Sports.
Northwestern head football coach Bob Mitchell will begin his 25th season as the leader of the Tigers when Northwestern takes on Notre Dame on September the 1st. Coming off a disappointing 2-8 season in 2005, Mitchell knows that this year's squad has something that is tough to beat: experience. The 2006 team not only has that on their side this season, but has also done a tremendous amount of off-season work in the weight room. The combination of size, speed, and brute strength on the offensive side of the ball should complement a much-improved defense that gave up an average of 17.8 points per game.
We hope that last year was atypical for us. We really only had 9 seniors coming in. 5 of them ended up playing for us, so you do the math. You can figure out there's a lot of juniors and sophomores that were playing, and all those guys are back. We have our picture day tomorrow, and I told the returning letterman that they're probably going to have to put them in the stands. There's going to be so many of them. So, that's a great place to start from. We have that many people coming back. We bring back our center, both guards, 1 tackle, fullback, a couple running backs. So, that's always a pleasant thing to have all those people coming back.
Definitely looking to have a better year than last year. Last year was kind of a rebuilding year, and we only lost like 5 people who played seniors last year. So definitely looking to bring up what we have last year and take it this year. So
definitely something we're looking for a good year, maybe playoffs. We're not going to get too cocky, but we're going to try to stay in that high level, looking for good expectations. we don't have quite as big as a target, as Coach would say, on our backs. I think it's going to be better because people won't expect as much, like you said. I think we'll be good.
Well, I hope they don't think we have much. Maybe I should say that. Maybe they would believe it. I don't know. I know this. I know that we went back into the weight room in November, and we had a great winter. We had a great spring. Our summer wasn't what we wanted it to be, but that's what happens when you have vacations and that type of stuff. But we had a great winter. We're much stronger than we were, and we're bigger than we were. Our youngsters grew up a little bit. So, you know, we're not as big as we've been in years past. We're certainly not the JV team that we were last year.
Our defense is really, really strong, and our offensive line is real big. We have 2 big sophomores weighing over like 200 pounds. They're pretty big kids, so that's definitely going to be nice to throw over.
Well, we got a lot bigger than we were last year. A couple kids squatting over 500 in our weight room, much more weight up in the air. Pretty good. You know, much stronger than we were last year. That's what I'd say.
We opened with Notre Dame, and we saw them in passing camp, and they were very, very impressive. So, you know, it's going to be real interesting. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to catch Wilson, but I think everybody's going to try.
To the Lehigh Valley Conference, the 2006 season for the Parkland Trojans will mark the second year under head coach Jim Morgans. Last year, despite a new system being introduced, Parkland walked away with the Eastern Conference Championship. The Trojans on the practice field as they continue to get ready for Glen Mills in the season opener, with the first league game coming against Nazareth in week 2. Morgan says winning a championship is always great, but what it also meant a year ago was 2 extra weeks of practice for his team. The Trojans bring back size on their offensive line, along with a number of key returners like Chris Funk, who led the LVC in points last year with 14 touchdowns. Morgan is excited about this year with the new system in place.
Offensively, defensively, and the special teams. Last year was like pulling teeth to get them to understand and learn the numbering, the nomenclature, that type of thing. But now, we're all on the same page, speaking the same language. It really makes a tremendous difference. We have high expectations, and I told the kids the other day, coaches have expectations, players have expectations, but you guys, referring to the players, they've got to be in front of us. They have got to want it more than we want it, but our goals and standards are pretty high. Specific goals, we just want to do well. We want to make sure that we have everything in place when we hit the field for our first game and have success that way.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was easier than what it was last year. It was hard. We had to know all the coaches, know how they wanted us to run things, and now that we know everything is just clicking in our head now. And we're just going back and forth. Coaches know, some coaches don't have to say anything to us. Just give us a certain look, and we already know what to do.
Oh, it was extremely exciting. We got a lot of seniors back. Should be good. Should be a good year. We'll just see how it goes.
We're all really excited. Second year, our first year, knowing these coaches, really knowing what they're all about, spending a whole year with them in the off season. A bunch of guys coming back, and we're all excited to be playing again together. Hopefully know the system a lot better than we did last year and get off to a fresh start. It's really exciting. It's awesome. We're all hyped up to get the season started and just try to show people what Parkland football is all about and prove to people that we can be a good team with Coach Morgan and Flip and all these other guys that came in with us.
Our kids, they have a great feeder system in this, area here, and our freshman coaches do a great job, and we have a good continuum. So I think we're going to get back to playing winning football.
Winning football for Coach Morgan's. Last year, they beat Glen Mills 27-0 in week 2, so maybe a little revenge for Glen Mills. And as we mentioned a couple times, no Liberty, no Easton this year, so a positive schedule on their part.
And you and I saw them in week 10 when they played Whitehall and beat Whitehall, and you could tell that system was coming around. So that's a team that's definitely, everybody's talking about how they're one of the teams to be. It's going to be fun to watch them in the league opener against Nazareth in week 2. We'll change of pace and we come back a little bit here. We'll go to the Velodrome. It's Walmart's fastest man on wheels and an inside look at the Park program when we come back.
More than Technicolor, TC Salon and Spa is your lifestyle. Total care. Too cute. Think Cinderella. Timeless classic. Take control.
Come as you are. Leave as you want to be. TC Salon and Day Spas, totally committed to you.
Gift certificates are available.
We often take for granted the everyday things we do with our hands, like gardening, playing the piano, or driving your car. At OAA Orthopedic Specialists, we know how important your hands are. Whether it's a simple wrist sprain, trauma, disease, or congenital disorder, OAA's hand surgeons and certified hand therapists offer the most advanced surgical and non-surgical care in the region. At OAA, you're in good hands. OAA Orthopedic Specialists. Excellence in orthopedic care.
Hi, I'm Larry Holmes, the former heavyweight boxing champion of the world. Champion of the world for 7.5 years. I know what I was thinking. Hey, what the heck were they thinking?
Join us each and every week for the sports show that takes you inside the minds of today's hottest sports stars. Larry Holmes presents What the Heck Were They Thinking?
USA Tuesday Night Fights is back and will knock you out. The only pay-per-view series featuring the greatest knockouts from your favorite fighters. Each show is guaranteed to be a knockout. Tuesday nights like we remember. They'll be going toe-to-toe each month in a new pay-per-view episode. Tuesday Night Fights Knockouts. USA Tuesday Night Fights Knockouts pay-per-view series is on Events and Demand pay-per-view.
On Friday night, the Lehigh Valley Velodrome hosted Walmart's Fastest Man on Wheels, presented by Daytimers. With the Australian national team in town boasting a lineup featuring some of the fastest sprinters in the world, there was a lot of horsepower as fans got their fix of speed watching the exciting battles out on the track. Kristen Mayer has the highlights.
With a field of well-accomplished international riders, Friday night's Fastest Man on Wheels was one of T-Town's most exciting nights of racing this summer. It was also Hall of Fame night as 4 new inductees joined the Lehigh Valley Velodrome's Hall of Fame. Nelson Saldana, Paul Pearson, Kurt Hartnett, who was not able to attend, and the late Alaric Gafer, who was represented by his wife Colleen and daughter Brianna.
This Sunday would have been my father's 50th birthday. We all know that he will have a big smile on his face and that he would have really appreciated everything that was done for him.
And now, are you ready for some racing? In the Fastest Woman on Wheels competition, local rider Colleen Haydock, who rides for the Fuji team, took on Australia's Anna Mears. Mears, the 2004 Olympic gold medalist in the 500-meter time trial and the current world record holder, is too much for Haydock as she advances herself to the final. Then it's another hometown rider, Liz Reeve Carlson, who takes on Australia's Chloe McPherson. McPherson proves she's got the horsepower as she finishes off Carlson and advances to the final, where she'll take on her own teammate. In ride number 1 of the sprint final round, Mears comes out in front and holds on to her lead as she gets the first win in this best-of-3 final. In ride number 2, McPherson is looking for the victory to stay alive and push this to a third ride, but Mears is too fast as she matches McPherson's speed and stays just ahead of her to be named the Velodrome's 2006 Fastest Woman on Wheels.
I left this Velodrome 5 years on a high with the Junior World title, come back 5 years later and left on another high with the sprint title, so I'm very happy.
In the men's Fastest Man on Wheels quarterfinals, USA's Gideon Massey, who qualified 8th, just making Friday night's quarterfinal round, held off the #1 seed Mark French of Australia as he forced him to ride up and over him coming into turn number 3. Massey's strategy eliminates the Aussie as he claims the win and advances to the semifinal. In the semifinals, Massey took on Canada's Travis Smith, and using the same strategy that gave him the big win over French, he pushes Smith high up on the track to claim another win, this time advancing him to the finals. Then Australia's Ryan Bailey, who won 2 gold medals in the 2004 Olympic Games, one in the sprint and one in the keirin, puts away his own teammate Shane Perkins as he advances to the finals. In the final round of the fastest man on wheels, ride number 1 finds Massey trying to give the reigning sprint champion a run for his money, but Bailey is too quick as he claims the first win. In ride number 2, Massey gets out in front and has the advantage going into turn 4, but Bailey comes over the top and tests his speed as he powers past Massey to claim the title of T-Town's fastest man on wheels in 2006.
It's unbelievable coming out to a track like this. Really good crowd, really good people, and to come off with a win, you know, especially with such talented riders coming out racing tonight, it's a good feeling.
And in the team sprint, the Australian team of Ryan Bailey, Mark French, and Shane Perkins put away the 2 American teams and the Canadian team with a winning time of 1 minute and 3.75 seconds. On the scene in T-Town, Kristen Mayer, 2 Sports.
Turning to field hockey, the Parkland Trojans are setting their goals high this season, looking to get back some big wins. The question is, can they do that with the loss of 5 seniors, including 2 key scorers? Leah Kosi has a preview of this year's Parkland Trojans.
Like Emmaus and Allen, the Parkland High School field hockey team has been working hard as they prepare for a new year. But unlike the Hornets and the Canaries, the Trojans feel that this season they have something to prove.
Last year was tough. We had a whole lot of talent and didn't come up all that high. This year, potential is a lot higher. Expectations are a lot higher, and I think the Lehigh Valley will be surprised.
After finishing last year 10-11-1 overall, the Parkland Trojans began looking ahead to a new season, one in which they would set their goals high and work hard to achieve them.
I definitely think we should improve on some of our games, like against Allen and Emmaus. Those are 2 of our really strongest teams that we're going to play, and I think we're going to do better this year against them.
We have so much potential. We can be one of the top teams in District 11, definitely.
Our specific goals are to remain united as a team throughout. Our goals are to take some big games, take some league games back that we lost last year, and really, again, end the season satisfied that we went till we dropped and there was nothing more we could do.
Despite losing 5 seniors to graduation, including key starters Jess Ho and Sarah Heller, the Trojans have 6 returning players, including LVC All-Star Becky Panny in the goal cage.
I think we're a lot better than last season. A lot of people are stepping up. Our seniors have definitely stepped up with the leadership, and we're really excited. Hopefully it'll be better than what we did last season. Last season we felt we finished very mediocre, and we're really hungry to come back.
She's our rock. She's our foundation. I mean, she's been on the varsity level for now 3 years. She knows the game. She knows what she's doing. She communicates so well. She really, I think we take for granted that we have her back there consistently. She's 100% healthy this year, so hopefully we'll have her through. But we really don't know what we do without her.
While the Trojans are excited to get their season started on Saturday with their first scrimmage against Moravian Academy, they're really looking forward to their first league game against arch rival Emmaus on September 6th. And while the Hornets are a tough team to beat, Parkland came pretty close in last year's opener, losing by just 1 goal.
That was one of the best games I've ever played, our whole team, and it was so exciting just to play our best because we know we can. They can only get better throughout the season, same here, so first big game should be good.
We can't wait. It's the best game of the year. It's the best we ever play, win or loss, and we're up. We'll see if they're up, but whatever it is, it's going to be a fight.
The Hornets will host their matchup with the Trojans on September 6th. Game time is set for 7:30. At Parkland High School, Leah Kosi, 2 Sports.
Well, Parkland Emmaus is always a good rivalry in any sport, field hockey being one of them.
Yep, and a lot of teams. Allen last year, a little bit of a surprise, so Parkland hopes they can contend with that. Well, that'll do it for tonight. A reminder, a programming note, 7 p.m. tonight, live from Allentown, Philadelphia for softball. They're taking on the Connecticut Breakcats. Join us tonight at 7 o'clock. For Al DiCarlo and everyone here at Service Electric 2 Sports, I'm Doug Heater. Thanks for watching Lehigh Valley Sports Scene.
The preceding has been a presentation of 2 Sports, the leader in local sports coverage.